Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 22 of Dangles and Dingers. I'm Josh,
And I'm Trev.
and we're here to talk some hockey and baseball. Um, you know, we we got some exciting stuff right now. George Springer is making his Toronto Blue Jays debut as we speak. I got it going here to my right, so um, we're gonna keep you posted, I guess. We would have probably liked to do like a live stream or something like that, but two reasons. One, we probably don't have the audience for that yet, for being totally realistic. And two, it's kind of hard to do like a live stream for a game when you're not at the game. Like when you're not together in the same game. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to be at the game, obviously, but like it's a lot easier if you're watching it on the same screen. Like eventually, like hopefully come October when we can maybe do like a live stream with some Blue Jays postseason baseball when the Ontario rules and regulations allow us to be in the same room. So, uh, yeah. Anyways, Trevor, how's your week been?
Did pretty good. Besides that, I've been outside. I'm outside. If you guys can't tell, I'm outside right now. Everyone's on calls at my house, so my dad's using the microphone. So I had
Oh,
to. I had
Trevor,
to. That's why
Trevor's
I'm.
got that.
So before the episode, my computer audio wasn't working, so fix that.
We
But
fixed it up though. Trevor, I
yeah, we
need you
did.
to do one thing. Go to the bottom of your
Okay.
screen.
Okay.
Go to participants.
Okay.
Go to what is your name? What does it say your name is?
Trevor Burnous.
Did you change it?
Yes.
Good.
Like I changed it before the thing started, yeah. Because
Good.
for some
Because
reason, every time I join a meeting, it's Jen.
yeah, okay. So we had to change that because I think we're gonna look into getting some guests on real soon, we're gonna try to work some magic here.
When
Um,
will this be?
what? Yeah,
When will
so
this be?
I don't know whenever we get people to come on. So you
All
know
right.
that's the best answer I have for you right now. But no, we didn't want Trevor to have his name as Jen because because then it would pop up as Jen for the guests, and that's not what we want. So
Yeah, no.
yeah. Anyways, so you've been good though. You've been good.
Yeah, I've been good. How have you been?
We're just I don't know. We're going, I guess. Excited to see Matt's on the mound today. The ace, the Cy Young favorite in the AL. I've decided. So, yeah. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. I got a little something on that, but Steven Matz, the AL Cy Young favorite. So, anyways, we'll get into it, Trevor. If you want to get, I was gonna start um, with the U18s, unless you had something else.
Let's start with that. Let's start with that.
All right. So last night was Canada's first game of the IHF U18 World Championships. I mean, absolute domination from Canada. They beat Sweden 12-1. A hat trick from Shane Wright. Brant Clark, he had 2 goals and 2 assists. Brant Clark, top 10 pick this upcoming draft. Shane Wright, obviously, projected first overall pick 2022. Exceptional status in the OHL. I mean, those 2 players just looked phenomenal last night. Trevor, I don't know if you watched the game last night, but I mean, they look
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I wasn't at the game last. Well, not at the game. I wasn't listening to the game last
I
night.
wasn't at the game either.
Man, I wish I was at the game. uh, it sounds like a great game, especially for their first game into the tournament. To beat a team like that, especially Sweden, probably
Yeah.
one of the better teams in the IHF. So good for Canada. If they keep that up, I think they'll have a chance to win gold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, their team just looked dominant last night, and I don't know what to say. Like I was surprised watching it. I was like, how are they absolutely destroying Sweden? Like that's something you expect against like tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time, they play Latvia. So that would be the type of beatdown you'd expect there. So we could we could have a repeat of last night tonight as they play Latvia. So I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, yeah, Shane Wright, Brant Clark, they dominated. Many other players dominated too. The one thing I wanted to highlight was Brennan Othman. He's also a projected first-round pick in 2021, and he he gets a pass, and he passes it over to Shane Wright. Right?
Yep.
He passed it to Shane Wright. Shane Wright scores to get, I think, his second of the game, and Othman gets hit. He gets hit like a huge hit, right? And he Wright scores, and Othman, like as he's skating away, pats the Swedish player on the head. I thought that was pretty funny. He was gonna go after him. Oh, spotting a snake in your front yard or what?
Fighting. I'm sorry. Keep going. Like literally, like right beside me.
Trevor's got another a snake appearance in his front yard,
Oh.
probably.
Yeah. That. I
I think
haven't
we.
seen that snake in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say we told
That
that
was like
story.
2 years.
Yeah, we told that story on the podcast already when we said the person's name we weren't supposed to say.
Which was just so don't go listen to that podcast.
No, we said their full name though. That was bad. That was the bad part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the bad part. Yeah.
We bleeped it
Anyways.
out, but no one actually knows.
Oh, we
Anyways,
bleeped it out?
Yeah, I did.
I
Yeah.
didn't even hear that.
So that's how you know Trevor doesn't listen to the podcast. Doesn't listen.
No, I might have. I mean,
missed why?
it.
Well, why would he though? If he's like.
I'm speaking.
He listened to it already. Exactly. So, I mean, I'm really excited about the rest of this U18 tournament and just see how much Canada can dominate, I guess. Trevor, do you have anything else on the U18s? You probably don't, was my guess.
Sorry about that. No. I just hope the teams have a good tournament, and I would definitely start watching more because I did not even know they played last night. But
yeah. All of Canada's games are on TSN.
They play Latvia tonight?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we gotta subscribe to TSN.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, okay. Yep.
All right. So I guess we can move into some NHL topics. Just a clinched and eliminated update for you. Last night, the Carolina Hurricanes, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Florida Panthers all clinched their playoff spots, and the Detroit Red Wings were eliminated from playoff contention. Yep, that's what we got for you on that front. I mean, Tampa going for back-to-back cups. Really expecting it, honestly. They're the best team.
I think they're good. Well,
yeah, they're way better than Toronto, so it's. Toronto can clinch tonight, though.
Yeah, they just got to win, right?
Yeah, I think they have to win, and then Ottawa has to beat Vancouver in regulation, I think.
Okay.
So you gotta kind of hope for 2 results there. So we'll take you through the points here. Connor McDavid in first place, 81 points. Like, this kid is insane. Like, I know he's not a kid. He's 24, but he's just so good. Leon Draisaitl in second with 66 points. Nathan McKinnon and Patrick Kane tied for third with 60 points. And then Mitch Marner in fifth with 59 points. So I know points aren't everything when it comes to the Hart Trophy race, but I think McDavid's running away with it, if I'm being honest. Comes to goals, Austin Matthews in first with 34 goals. Kind of fitting, I guess. Funny. It's a funny joke.
So
That's
mega,
a funny
dude,
joke.
I laughed so hard.
I know, right? In second is Connor McDavid with 28 goals. In tied for third, you have Brad Marchand and Mikko Rantanen with 26 goals. And then fifth, you have Tyler Toffoli with 25 goals. So there's your goals leaders. And it's really That's what we got for you here. I
That's
mean,
it's pretty much still the same, but
yeah, it's kind of the same every
it could
week
change. Yeah.
for the most part. When it comes to the standings, you got top of the North, as we said, Toronto Maple Leafs. They can clinch a playoff spot tonight, so look out for that. They may have already clinched by the time we're done recording. Well, not done recording, but by the time you hear this, they may have clinched already. Give you an update on that. The Ottawa Senators are beating the Vancouver Canucks 5-2 at the end of the second period. So as long as they can beat the Canadiens tonight, they should clinch a playoff spot. The Edmonton Oilers are second in the North Division, followed by the Winnipeg Jets, and then the Montreal Canadiens in fourth. In the East, you have the Washington Capitals in first, Pittsburgh Penguins in second, who blew a chance to clinch a playoff spot last night. The New York Islanders in third, and the Boston Bruins in fourth. And then it comes to the West, the Vegas Golden Knights in first, the Colorado Avalanche in second, the Minnesota Wild in third, and the St. Louis Blues are in fourth place in that division. Central, Carolina Hurricanes are in first, Florida Panthers second, Tampa Bay Lightning third, and the Nashville Predators in fourth. So, I mean, it kind of gives you a look at what teams are really there for the most part. Most of those spots, I would say, are locked up. Aside from the Central, Dallas and Nashville kind of fighting for that 4 spot. In the East, the Rangers still in it, I guess. Realistically, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they could. But yeah, Trevor, did you see Artem Anisimov from the other night when two of Ottawa's goalies got hurt? So he
I
had to
did
get
not
dressed
know.
in. So Ottawa starting Anton Forsberg, but he got hurt in warmups. So Matt Murray started the game, and then Matt Murray got hurt during the game. So Marcus Hogberg went in, but Artem Anisimov, who's a forward on the taxi squad, had to put on all the goalie gear in the room just in case Marcus Hogberg were to get hurt. So we could have had one of the weirdest emergency backup goalie situations that we've ever seen, probably.
Dude, that would have been the same Zamboni driver all over again.
Exactly, right? So pretty interesting there. But yeah, the another guy I want to talk about, man, Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett, former Kingston Frontenac, Sam Bennett. Absolute beautician. What are you doing?
Dude, the wind's cold outside, man. I'm moving my chair out of the wind. It's cold. Just keep talking.
Okay, so for all the listeners, because Trevor's, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that Trevor's just like, I don't even know what he's doing. He's sitting in between his boat and his car. What a guy. So here, Sam Bennett, he was acquired by the Florida Panthers at the trade deadline. He was drafted 4th overall by the Calgary Flames 2014. He lit it up in Kingston when he played in the OHL. I was a huge fan of his. I thought the Edmonton Oilers were the dumbest team when they passed on him at 3 in 2014. I ended up looking really dumb after that. A good thing I didn't put that out on social media because the 3rd overall pick was Leon Draisaitl. So
okay.
They kind of made the right pick there, I guess. So since Sam Bennett has joined the Florida Panthers, he has 10 points in 7 games, I think. I hope that stat's right. He has 10 points in 7 games coming from Calgary, where he did not have that. He played 35 games with Calgary and had 12 points, and he has 10 points in 7 games with Florida. So maybe he's going to, fulfill his potential a little bit here in Florida. I really hope he does. I'm still a big fan of Sam Bennett. I may have to admit that he is not as good as Leon Draisaitl. I was kind of wrong with that, guess when I was 9 years old. But
9 years old when you
I guess. I mean,
Pro insider.
just imagine how much better the Edmonton Oilers would be right now if they had Sam Bennett instead of Leon Draisaitl. Like, they
Yeah.
probably would have won a cup by now, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you agree. Anyways, yeah, I'm really happy for Sam Bennett. Maybe he'll want to come on the show. Sam, if you're listening, I'm telling you, come on the
Dude.
show. We would love to have you.
Dude, you have us on TikTok, Instagram, like.
Oh, boys, George
know.
Springer at bat right now.
Yeah.
Batting lead off. Absolute beaut.
He's not lead off.
Yeah, he's batting lead off. He's up right now as we speak.
Are you
Sure. Oh,
watching
is
the
that?
game?
No, it's not sure. Man. What?
Are you watching the game?
It's to the right of me. Just you gotta keep tabs. Gotta keep.
I can't watch it.
I'll just keep you updated. I really just want to see
Perfect.
the Springer at bats. If I'm being totally honest, like I'm gonna watch full game afterwards, but gotta keep tabs on the Springer at bats. So yeah, Sam Bennett, incredible. Just very happy about that. More of a. I mean, sorry. Oh, he flew out. No good. No good. Speaking of debuts, Quinton Byfield making his NHL debut with the Los Angeles Kings tonight. I mean, he was lighting it up in the he was lighting it up in the American Hockey League. I don't have the stats pulled up in front of me yet, but second overall pick in 2020, loads of potential. I mean, I think it's a good move to pull him up kind of at the end of the season, when you're kind of just, you got a week or two left and playing out the string a bit for the Kings there. But I think it's a good move for the Kings. What are your thoughts on Byfield making his debut tonight?
Yeah, judging where the Kings are right now, I think this is a great decision by the Kings. And yeah, just like you said, it's good like pulling in those newer players, those young guys later in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's good, and maybe if they could make, will they make a spot?
Pardon?
Kings?
Mathematically they can.
Will the Kings make a spot?
No, they're not going to make playoffs.
Well, if it's
mathematically they could, but it's very unrealistic.
So like, I think unless they win and like win every game, but
yeah.
I think anyway this is a good decision by them, and
for sure.
Hopefully it pans out.
Yeah,
and hopefully he does well in his 2 weeks left in the season.
Yeah, for sure. Like Quinton when it comes to Quinton Byfield, he had 20 points in 30 games in the AHL. That's who the Kings are building around. He's going to be their number one center going forward. They hope for him to bring multiple cups to LA. He's who they're building around. Him and Alex Turcotte at that center position is who they're going to be building around this franchise, and hopefully lead the new group of Kings. They got a really good young group there, and I have pretty high hopes for the Kings. They have a great load of prospects, and I mean, I hope he does well. He disappointed slightly for some people. Not the word I say disappointed. It took him a little bit to get going. He had a really good game against Switzerland. I think he had like 6 points. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to watch Byfield the next 2 weeks. I definitely don't think these 2 weeks are really any indication of how good he's really going to be in the league. Because you can't really see how good someone's going to be after 2 weeks in the league. So, no, good luck to him. And hopefully he plays very well. Maybe he can get his first NHL goal tonight. And one other thing I was going to mention, Marco Rossi of the Minnesota Wild, he's drafted 9th overall by the Minnesota Wild in 2020, has not played at all this year due to COVID-19 complications. He talked about kind of his experience with COVID-19 and how how he said that he was scared to go to bed at night because he didn't know if he was going to wake up. So I think that just shows how serious this whole pandemic is for sure.
I remember him saying that. That was in an interview, right?
Yeah, I think so. We talked about it earlier, like earlier on podcast.
Yeah, like this is scary, and
Mm-hmm.
my internet's stable. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, it is very. I'm sorry. It's like I have terrible internet right now. I'm outside the
Trevor's
damn house.
Trevor's in his driveway, so cut him some slack.
Yeah. So if I glitch out, it's not really my fault.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No, everyone cut Trevor some slack. He's in his driveway recording this. That's the dedication he's got here.
so yeah, like again, uh, it is scary, and people are dying from this. Like the people think it's a hoax. It's not.
Yep,
But like
yep,
it's like you definitely do got to be careful.
for sure.
And so good thing that he didn't.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
But
It's just it's it's just crazy to see like an 18, 19-year-old kid who's a pro athlete just to get to have an experience like that and like not play the season at all. Like hopefully it doesn't hurt his development in any way. Like obviously that's not the main concern when it comes to this, but hopefully everything is good with him. And um yeah. Is there anything like any players or teams you want to talk about in specific before we get into some more main topics?
no, I want to talk about something at the when we're done. I need to talk to you about something when we're done the podcast.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
try to remember that. I will. Anyways.
I'll just bring it up.
All right. So the Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning, they get their Stanley Cup rings. They were beautiful. The Stanley Cup rings that the Lightning received were beautiful. Um, had the amount of overtime they played in the playoffs in it, along with the teams that they beat in how many games. Their win song on the back of the ring. The Stanley Cup on the front, it lifted up and like turned, and then you could see like Stockholm underneath, because that's kind of it's a game they played in Sweden where they kind of got everything under control, got their rocky start. Kind of, I don't know, they kind of picked it up and started to be the Tampa Bay Lightning again. So I really like them, Trevor. I don't know if you saw them, but if you did, do you want to give your thoughts?
I did. I'm looking them up right now.
Oh, okay.
They sound nice.
Yeah. So yeah, no worries. It was they look really nice, in my opinion, for sure. I also say that like I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, so but really for the most part, most championship rings look
wow.
really good. For the most part, it's
That does look nice.
yeah, it's pretty tough to make a bad
Oh yeah,
championship ring if I'm being honest. Like
it is. It is tough, and I mean, you also do have professional designers.
yeah,
Logos,
exactly, right?
but still, like they
I guess you got
obviously
some
look good,
pros in here doing it.
and like to have it's almost like a ring to look back on because they have like the whole
Mm-hmm.
song and like their last win at like before 2020,
Yeah.
and I think that's great. It's a really nice looking ring coming from a Leafs fan.
Yeah. And like I think the only time I've ever seen a ring that wasn't very nice is just the size of the 2019 Toronto Raptors ring was like you probably could have fit that on like two fingers. Like it was so big. Like I don't understand why it needed to be that big, but anyways, we can move on. Um Dylan, we have a very long list of players who are out for the season. Mainly because there's like 2 or 3 weeks left. So Dylan Larkin, Elias Pettersson, Noah Hannafin, Adam Boqvist, all out for the season. All of their teams are realistically not going to make the playoffs this year. So, not totally concerning there. Nikolai Ehlers for the Winnipeg Jets, though, is out for the remainder of the regular season. They do expect him to be back for the playoffs. So, hopefully, if all goes well for the Jets, they will get Ehlers back for the playoffs. Expect them to play the Edmonton Oilers in the first round. That's just the way it's going to, based on points, that's just the way it's going to match up right now. So the Oilers Jets, that will be a really good series to watch. I love playoff hockey, man. I'll be watching every series.
It's so weird how many people say like they only watch playoff hockey.
Yeah.
But like then you see why,
And you see why.
It's so intense, so fun to watch.
Yeah, same with playoff baseball too. Like I watch regular season baseball too, but playoff baseball is just another. It just brings. I don't know. Playoff baseball for me just brings it. I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it either.
It's just so cool, bro.
Yeah, it's just so much more intense. It brings the intensity up so much more, which I guess is what I'm looking for. Yeah. So hopefully for the Jets, Ehlers comes back healthy. They definitely need Ehlers if they plan to win a series or make a run or anything like that, because they're going to have their hands full already with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl to start with. And then plus, without Ehlers, that would be pretty tough for them. Speaking about the NHL playoffs, maybe we'll probably the episode before the playoffs begin, we'll have to get some sort of preview episode going or something like that. We'll kind of preview the matchups, get our predictions going. And Trevor, we can talk about this after the podcast, but I kind of thought maybe during like NHL playoffs and MLB playoffs, maybe we do like episodes more frequently, like maybe 2 a week during playoffs, possibly.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Just to keep up with because yeah. Anyways, we can talk about it after. Stay tuned for that, though. That may be a possibility. Anyways, we will move on to. I don't know if this is a bad thing, but it's saddening in a way. Andrew Shaw announces his retirement from the NHL. He played 10. He played. Hold on. Let me just look. He played 544 games with the Chicago Blackhawks and Montreal Canadiens. Won 2 Stanley Cups with the Blackhawks. He finished with 116 goals, 131 assists for 247 points. Shaw was a big piece for the Blackhawks, and it sucks to see Andrew Shaw retiring just the age of 29. But the concussions just caught up to him.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. He kind of said in his retirement video that the doctors have been telling him after basically each concussion he's gotten that he needs to stop playing, and it's kind of finally the time where he's decided that he does need to stop. And it sucks really just to see like a guy go out at 29, but I mean, if it's for the betterment of his health and the rest of his life, then I fully support him on that.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2011, which that means he's only played 10 years in the NHL. Usually, the guy who starts the NHL,
Yeah,
you usually play, depending on if you get injured or not, like 20 to 25 years.
wow, that's a little bit much, but yeah,
That's a bit excessive.
20
That's
20
like
is good though. 20
like
is usually a good career.
He played half a usual career, which isn't that bad, but like
Which isn't
still,
bad. No, not. He had a great career in the time he played. It's just, it sucks to see that he has to retire at such a young age. I didn't even realize he was that young. I thought he was a bit older. He's like 33 or something like that. But yeah, it sucks. But I mean, I wish him the best, and congratulations, I guess, on his retirement. Um, and hopefully he can. I don't know. Maybe he'll get into the game some other way through coaching or scouting or management, something like that. If he wants to get into that. Um, but yeah, Trevor, do you have any other thoughts on Andrew Shaw's retirement?
Yeah, I just same thing. Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna go into that, but it just sucks for someone to retire at such a young age.
Yeah, for sure, it does. Um, Another player who made their debut, and if you have social media and you follow anyone in the hockey sphere, then you probably know that Cole Caulfield made his debut a couple days ago. It was everywhere. Um, Cole Caulfield drafted 15th overall in 2019. Um, he was absolutely dominant with the U.S. National Development Program in his draft year. Went and played 2 years at the University of Wisconsin, won the Hobey Baker in 2021, and makes after 2 games in the AHL, he records 4 points, and he comes to the NHL, plays his first NHL game. Um, didn't put up any points or anything like that, but I mean, he looked pretty solid out there. Trevor, I don't know if you were watching, but he looked good, I would say, for sure. Obviously for your first NHL game, I can't really comment too much either. I'm not definitely not NHL caliber. Um, I mean, he looks a little hesitant sometimes, like you would, I would think, in your first NHL game, but for the most part, he looked pretty good out there.
Every player is hesitant in their first game. You would
Yeah,
well, I would be. I bet you would be.
yeah,
It
for sure.
it puts a bit on you and shows you how you are as a player. I guess maybe not that much, but like I didn't put any points up, but he did pretty good. Uh, I think he's a player that can really fit together in that team
Mhm.
well.
Yep.
But we'll have to see in his career, well, in his future of his career. And,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think the future is
yeah,
bright. The future is bright in Montreal for sure. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi down the middle, Alexander Romanov on the back end, Caden Primo and net. The Montreal Canadiens have a good young core there in Montreal. Um, and Cole Caulfield, he's, I mean, it wouldn't be totally unrealistic to say that Cole Caulfield could finish top 10 in goals all time when his career's over.
that could happen.
Yeah, it all depends on, like, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Um, but it is incredible. He's playing in the NHL 5'7", 165. I don't think his size is going to be that much of an issue, but people point it out, and I think it's just even more incredible that he's made it this far. Um, Anyways, Trevor, do you have anything else on Cole Caulfield?
I got nothing. I just I like you said, I think he could be like a great player
Yeah,
in his prime in his future.
for sure. So the NHL signs their second half of the US TV deal with TNT. If you're Canadian and you're not totally sure what TNT does, TNT uh, is very much into the NBA broadcast. Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley are part of their intermission crew, where they basically just have fun and chirp each other the entire time. Uh, so maybe we can bring a little bit of that to hockey. Obviously, it won't be Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, but um, maybe we can bring a bit of that to hockey. They, if I'm not mistaken, it's $265 million a year, I think, for 7
Wow.
years. They're going to get 3 out of the 7 Stanley Cup Finals over those 7 years. Um, they'll have the rights to each Winter Classic in those 7 years, and also other regular season game rights and stuff like that. There will be some games streaming on HBO Max. Um, So, I mean, great news for the NHL. I think they doubled or tripled their money overall, basically, in the US TV deal. So that's great news for the NHL to get their salary cap back, to get their financial situation in a better spot now, to recover from the pandemic. Trevor, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, even that. Well, 200. You said it was $200 million, right? Like
265 million, I think, is the number.
that's good. After in 7 years, that's over $1 billion. That's perfect for the NHL.
Yeah.
That is to get them out of that pandemic, I guess, hole. And they're starting to use the shovel to get out of that with, I guess, that money in the next upcoming years,
Mhm.
which is good. Like even when they're out, they're gonna have to, deal with that money, and I think that's a good way. And it gets more people in the sport. So that's two good things for the NHL. And that's yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, update here from Chris
Oh no.
Johnston. Well, Chris Johnston retweets it. Shane Wright and Corson Coolmans will not play for Team Canada tonight due to precautionary reasons. That's very unfortunate. Two of their best players, I'd say Corson Coolman's probably their second best defenseman on the team. Shane Wright, I would say, is probably their best player overall. But maybe that means we'll get to see maybe Connor Bedard getting some first line minutes. We'll see though. Bedard, I think he had one assist in the game yesterday. Not bad for a 15-year-old playing in a U18 tournament. Um. Anyways, we can move on. The draft lottery is is Trevor heading back inside?
Yeah, keep talking. I'm going inside.
Oh,
I
Trevor's heading back inside. This is what we like to see.
think it's about the
For the people not watching on YouTube, that's cool. You should watch on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform. That's how you should do it. Anyways, uh, the draft lottery is set for June 2nd. Nothing really much to say about it. Just the fact that the draft lottery will be on June 2nd. So tune in for that. Some of the new rules will be in effect. Only the top 2 picks will be drawn. And there's something else. I forget what it is. There's just you can only move up 10 spot maximum. So those rules will be in effect for the draft lottery this year. So yeah. Anyways, we can move on. Gerard Gallant, the former head coach of the Vegas Golden Knights, who was surprisingly fired in the 2019-20 season. He will be the head coach of Team Canada, the World Championships, which that team will be. The general manager of that team is Roberto Luongo. So pretty interesting stuff going on with that team. So Gerard Gallant, he's probably the top coaching free agent out there. There's been anytime a coach gets fired, they're like, oh, maybe they're gonna hire Gerard Gallant. But it looks like he's gonna be coaching for Team Canada at the World Championships, and maybe that'll shoot him right into a Seattle Kraken head coaching job. But we will see. Anyways, our last bit of hockey news is Jonathan Drouin of the Montreal Canadiens has taken a leave of absence due to personal reasons. Unclear what those reasons are. Obviously, we want to respect his privacy.
sure.
So far this season, Drouin has 2 goals and 21 assists for 23 points in 44 games. Jonathan Drouin's been through. He was drafted 3rd overall in 2013. Right after Nathan McKinnon and Alexander Barkov. So he had high expectations. Hasn't really achieved the level that he was quite expected to, but still a very solid player for the Canadiens. And hopefully everything is well with him. And he can get back for the Canadiens as they will most likely play the Toronto Maple Leafs in the North Division semifinals. I know that series in our family will be very
Most
there's gonna be a big rivalry there.
So Matthew, who's on our podcast,
Yeah. Uh,
So our schedules got busy, but that was when the RBHL was going on. Uh, and yeah, he was on the podcast. He's a Montreal fan,
mhm.
and pretty much. So your mom your and then Jonathan.
Yeah, my brother John, who is 8 years old,
Oh, that's gonna be a huge rivalry.
and my mom are both Toronto Maple Leafs fans, and my brother Matthew's 11 years old is a Montreal Canadiens fan. So Trevor and both his parents Maple Leafs fans. So it's kind of a big rivalry in our family. My brother's outnumbered by quite a bit, but he still
Pretty much
says this team's the
everyone
best.
besides our family
Hmm.
and your family, all of them are like Leafs fans.
He's still a Carey Price is the best goal in the NHL. Shea Weber for the Norris kind of guy. But anyways, yeah, Jonathan Drouin. Hopefully all goes well with him. Um, I hope that everything is okay and that he can get back so that the Canadians can defeat the Maple Leafs in the first round. Um,
All right. Since we're using regular Zoom, we should take a break and then come back and
why did
finish
it tell
this.
us that it's going to kick us out?
I just think we should do it just in case.
No, my mom said it'll tell us if it's going to kick us out.
All right, perfect. All right.
So we should be fine. We should be fine. We may just get cut out, but I don't think we will. I think we'll be good. Watch, it's gonna cut out like within minutes. But
Yeah.
how long have we been on here for? I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't know where to look at that. Anyways, okay, it's time for the Pro Insider Report. Trevor, what do you got for us this week?
I got nothing. I was looking
Disappointing.
and there's which is good. Nothing stupid's happening right
I guess that is good. That is good. Oh
now.
no,
Yeah.
it is. No,
So
it is Pro Insider Report.
what?
You know what? Know who's getting the? Know who's getting the? Not stupid. We don't want to get into politics on our show, but Justin, you gotta get things together. Milwaukee Bucks are literally offering vaccines at their games, and we do not have vaccines for some people over 60. Can
You know
you
what?
please
I
explain?
will add this. So well, my parents are getting vaccinated this weekend.
Yeah, my mom I think got vaccinated already. Maybe
Oh wow. But sorry, going off topic. What vaccine?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. Anyways,
Oh,
like
isn't it? I think it might be Pfizer. I don't know. Pfizer, maybe.
so the
I don't
one that's
actually know. I
not
have no idea.
we got the German vaccine. Well, my
Is it
parents are getting the German vaccine.
AstraZeneca or whatever?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, wait, that might be the one my mom's getting too, probably.
That one's supposed to not be very good. Well, like it works fine, but like it's supposed to make you sick.
Like, yeah, like I would expect that though. They've said that that's kind of what'll happen for a couple days or so. Afterwards, I would expect if they basically inject COVID-19 into you. Like they have a little bit of
Just
COVID-19, you're like, phew, you know?
yeah. And then yeah, I also heard that like any truckers going over the border from Canada,
Mhm.
they're getting vaccinated by the US. That's how good they're
I
like
mean, that's
they're
great. Like,
yeah.
honestly, I wish I could go to the U.S. just to get vaccinated.
You get your driver's license, dude, just be a trucker as soon as you go back.
Exactly right. I'm getting
Yeah.
my driver's license in what day is it? Oh, my birthday is in 28 days. Watch out, Ontario roads. I'm coming. Although
Everyone,
we'll
get off.
see if we're still if we're in stay-at-home order at that point, because if we are, I cannot go and get my driver's license. So we'll have to see about that. So that's all you got, Pro Insider Report. Nothing much going on there.
Nothing much. Just Justin, you gotta do better.
Justin, we just really expect greatness from you, and that's what we want to see. Just get the vaccines to us. All we gotta do. We just gotta get the vaccines. Anyways, um, we can move into baseball then, I guess.
That's
Um,
what they call.
so there's this player. His name is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and he is absolutely nasty. He hits 3 home runs in a game yesterday. Um, I think he's the greatest baseball player of all time. Behind obviously Randall Grichuk, but um, Trevor, what are your thoughts on that take? I guess.
And he's also like he's making other players' teams better, man. He just blesses and kisses their bats, and all of a sudden they're hitting home runs over the fence. So I think he's Vladimir McJesus on the Blue Jays.
Vladimir Jesus Jr. There you go.
There we go. That's our nickname for him.
Vladimir
Vladimir.
Jesus Jr. All right.
He's,
All
he's
right.
leading home runs, RBIs, and their average. So like he's lighting up
Yeah.
their hitting.
I'll just throw out some stats here. Hold on. 355 average, 7 home runs, which is tied for third in the MLB. 19 RBIs, 1 stolen base. There you go. What a guy. He's also got, let's see here. He's got a 1.163 OPS.
Wow.
Sink in there real quick. Just yeah, and
Sink in there real quick.
yeah, just let that sink in real quick. What's his on base percentage? Oh yeah, 479. Yeah, nothing much, nothing too much there. Just I don't even know what to say, man. He's taking 16 walks on the year too. No worry about it. No triples yet though, so that's kind of disappointing. But
I mean, it is well.
Oh,
Run Vladdy. No one will
I mean,
ever
he's only
get that.
played 23 games so far this year, so I guess. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. The
What?
Nationals got bases loaded with 0 outs
Oh, yeah.
at the top of the third. What?
They're scoring. I think they'll score. No offense to my Jays out there, but
Yeah, no, it's not very good right now there. Hopefully Mats can get us out of that one. Oh, that's a ball. No, well, all right. Anyways, I mean Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Like, what a performance last night. They won the game essentially. Himself. Jays were down 4-0.
you think so?
He has 7 RBIs last night, which they win 9-5. So pretty much, if he was not in the game, they would have lost. Yeah, I mean, just he had a great performance. I don't know what to say. Maybe he'll be my MVP for Jay's review. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'll have to see about that one. Here's a little bit for you. I teased this at the beginning. Cy Young watch in both leagues. It's a little early. I would agree. I would think it's a little early. It is April. We're not even into May yet. When you look at the Cy Young watch, but I will say that there are some players that are really looking real nice. NL talking about Corbin Burns and Jacob deGrom. I mean, both of those players have been absolutely phenomenal. Jacob deGrom, I keep seeing all the stats about how he pitches incredible games and the Mets still lose because they are not good. Well, because they just don't play very well or whatever around him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make the the NLCS.
You have them. Well, you bet the money on them winning the World Series. Anyways, Jacob deGrom, just some quick stats here. Jacob deGrom this season is 2-1, an ERA of 0.56, 53 strikeouts, and a WHIP of 0.56. So, he's okay, I guess. Not, this is okay. Yeah, he's hit the same amount of home runs this season as he's given up earned runs. So he's hit 2 home runs and given up 2 earned runs. So, Yeah,
So
that's
that they're both solo shots. That's pretty much.
no what I'm like. He's literally given up. He's hit 2 home runs this season and given
Oh,
up
okay.
2 runs while pitching, like 2 earned runs while pitching.
He's crazy, man.
Like that's insane. Um, I mean, Jake DeGrom, he's the best pitcher in the MLB for sure. Back-to-back Cy Youngs. He doesn't get it last year because they had to give it to Trevor Bauer. They kind of had to switch it up a little bit, and they couldn't let Jacob DeGrom have 3 years in a row, so it's going to go 3 out of 4. But there's Corbin Burns here to. He's got something to say about it. He's 2-2 on the season. He has an ERA of 1.53. He's 49 strikeouts and a WHIP of 0.55. So Corbin Burns too is looking real good for the Brewers. I mean, maybe not as good as Jacob DeGrom, but Corbin Burns has really emerged as ace in this league. Trevor, what are your thoughts on that Cy Young race?
His ERA is just crazy for it is the start of the season, but he's played almost 20 games.
For sure.
0.31. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
think he does have like a very good chance at getting Cy Young,
Yeah.
And he's insane.
One thing I saw today, I saw an article today, and it was talking about how they're talking about if Jacob DeGrom would be a Hall of Famer, due to the fact that he's been a bit of a late bloomer. In my opinion, I think he is definitely a Hall of Famer. 2 Cy Youngs and being absolutely dominant locks that in. But Trevor, do you think uh, Jacob DeGrom is a Hall of Famer?
He keeps up if he keeps, I guess, how he's doing right now, he'll
Yep.
be home
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah. So then you got the AL race. So I'm throwing out one name. Well, I'm throwing out 2. One is probably not going to happen, but I want it to. The other one is actually serious. Steven Matz. Not looking too good right now. He just gave up 3 runs, but Steven Matz is the best pitcher on the face of the earth. He's 4-0 this season. He's got an ERA of 2.13. Not bad. He's got 26 strikeouts, a WHIP of 1.03. Being straight out, like his numbers are nowhere close to that of DeGrom and Burns. But I mean, still, I think it's very good for what was expected of him. I think in the first place, and I think that he's really impressed for the Blue Jays. And yeah, Trevor, what are your thoughts on Matz so far this season? And do you think he has a shot at winning the Cy Young?
I don't know if he'll have a shot at winning the Cy Young. I bet he might come close. Obviously Garrett Cole's. I think. Well, Garrett. Well, I won't even go into that. But I think he might have a good chance. He could get. I think he could be. I guess picked as one of the. I don't know what you call that.
One of the nominees.
One of the nominees. I think could be if he does a little bit better, like in this game. I think he can be anonymous.
Yeah,
Be nominated. Thank you. I can't not speak English today.
So as Trevor was talking about, Garrett Cole is definitely in the running for that AL Cy Young. 3-1 on the year, 1.71 ERA, 50 strikeouts, 0.73 WHIP. A phenomenal season from him, and he's getting it done when the Yankee hitters right now are not. So, I mean, that's really what you like to see out of the guy that you broke the bank for. You paid him the biggest salary. You paid him the biggest deal that a pitcher's ever had. So, he definitely needs to perform when he gets that type of payday. Another player I want to mention in the AL Cy Young race is Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians. He's 2-2. He's got a 2.48 ERA and a .94 WHIP. Numbers may not look as Garrett Cole's, but he's got 57 strikeouts on the year. I definitely think he should be considered as well. Also on MLB.com, they have players' nicknames, and his nickname is Not Justin. So
Why is it not Justin?
because his name's Shane Bieber. So his nickname is Not Justin.
Oh, not Justin. Okay.
Yeah.
Make
So
you be better than our Justin.
yeah. So
Friggin' Trudeau. Get the damn vaccine.
oh man. So yeah. That's kind of our look at the NL and AL Cy Young races. Trevor, are there any other names you would put in either of those races right now? Any guys that kind of stand out to you?
I'll take a look real quick. Yeah, honestly, I don't think so. I think, you know what, I will add on. Steven Matz is tied in first with 4 wins. So that's it. A win's pretty hard to get. So that's pretty good for him. I think all the Cy Young, I guess, predictions have been pretty good. If they keep it up, I think Jacob DeGrom will probably.
Yeah, not liking his chances of getting a win in this game right now. Down 3-0 against Nationals, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So here, here's a little interesting fun fact for you here. Yerman Mercedes, the rookie catcher slash first baseman slash whatever the heck. I don't even know what position he plays anymore. DH. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I thought he played catcher. I could be very wrong with that. Obviously.
Here, hold on 1 second.
I think I am now that I'm looking at it. It says he's a first baseman. What?
Oh, what? It says on here he's a catcher.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, he plays 3 positions. Anyways, so your Mercedes, a local burger place in Chicago, has named a burger the Yerminator after your Mercedes, the dominant rookie. So good on him. I mean, as I said, dominant rookie. He's got an average of 432, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, a 1.137 on OPS. So I mean, an incredible rookie year so far for Yerman Mercedes. Leads the entire league in batting average. A lot of people don't really like that stat, but he's leading in it. So Vladdy has a 355 batting average, but on the MLB app, it has his picture. His picture is Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. I don't know why that is, but anyways, yeah, your Mercedes gets his own burger. Kind of thought that was an interesting thing there. Not too many players are getting their own burgers,
Only first I've seen
Yeah, Trevor, do you have any thoughts on the burger? Maybe we'll have to go to Chicago to go try it or something like that.
So I did have the very first. Well, I mean, I would like to eat that. I love burgers, if anyone knows me. But have you ever? So I don't know if any Jays fans are listening. Do you remember Jason Grilli?
Yes.
So he had a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh man.
Really? And I remember my first Jays game ever. Me and my dad Billy walked around the entire Dodger Center to find this grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh my.
And the funny thing was, as we got back for our seats, we found it.
There you go.
So we didn't even walk around the whole freaking Dodger Center.
There you go. So yeah, you're in Mercedes. Incredible rookie season from the video I saw, he has an incredible burger as well. So, um, that's kind of really all you need. I think like you just got to be good at baseball and have a good burger. Like that's
Just gotta be good at baseball and have a good burger.
exactly that's really the keys to life.
Cheers, man.
Like happiness is really just that in general. Um, anyways, we're gonna switch to uh rookie relief pitcher Kent Emmanuel of the Houston Astros. He makes his MLB debut. He's put into the game with 1 out in the first inning after Jake Odorizzi suffers an injury, and he goes the remaining 8.2 innings.
Wow.
So he goes the remaining 8 and 2/3 innings. Gives up just 5 hits and 2 runs in his MLB debut. He gets the win. I mean, it's crazy for you to make your debut as a reliever in the MLB, and you end up going 8 and 2/3 innings. So, I mean, a great performance, obviously, from Kent Emmanuel. Trevor, what were your thoughts on that performance?
I was looking at the burger. I was looking at pictures of the burger, so I had no clue what he was saying. Anyways, the burger looks yummy. So
No, so Kent Emmanuel was he pitched 8 and 2/3 innings in relief in his MLB debut. So, I mean,
8 and 2/3 innings.
in his MLB debut, he
MLB.
comes in relief of Jake Odorizzi after Odorizzi suffers an injury. So, a great performance by Emmanuel. Trevor, what are your thoughts on that?
Next time I'm gonna on it right now. Get out of here.
That's it. All right, podcast over.
Podcast over. Oh, it's after.
Yeah. So, it was a great performance. I mean, very interesting for that to happen in his MLB debut. Anyways, a interesting thing I found yesterday. Apparently, the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels were talking about an Aaron Judge trade in the offseason. This is very surprising, if I'm being honest. I'm surprised that the Yankees were going to trade Aaron Judge. I mean, it would have been a huge addition for the Angels. Probably would have had to give up a decent bit too, but also judging on the Nolan Arenado trade, maybe not. But I guess we'll get to that later in a second because there's some news with the Rockies too. But I mean, an Aaron Judge to the Angels would have been a blockbuster to say the least. I mean, like it would have been earth-shattering deal. Like I can't even think of what kind of pieces would have had to go their way, but I mean, it would have been huge for the Angels. I don't think it fixes their main issue, which is their pitching. But well, yeah, obviously Aaron Judge doesn't fix their pitching, but it would have been a huge addition for the Angels, and it kind of would have been. It's an interesting move for what it would have been for the Yankees because I don't know what that kind of shows. Or like, is it just that you think Judge is struggling, you need to move on, or is it
he's not enough for their stack team?
Like, yeah, or is it that you're kind of trying to tear things down? And the Yankees, they don't tear things down. They're World Series or bust each and every year. But
and it's weird that they trade him. He's so young, and he has so much potential.
Yeah,
judging how much he has already, but still.
So I'm just gonna say, like, I think that opens the door for another Judge trade in the future. For the most part, when a lot of times, more times than not, when you hear about a guy who's going to get traded, they were discussing in the offseason. Most of the time, they get traded within the next 2 years. So Personally, I think that Aaron Judge could be traded like in the near future. Um, but I guess we'll have to see. Like, I don't know. I guess it all depends on what kind of direction the Yankees are going. If they start getting competitive here and they pick it up, Aaron Judge starts getting hot, and the Yankees are first in the AL, American League East, they're cruising. They're definitely not going to trade Aaron Judge, but the deadline rolls around, he's not really performing too great, or he's performing well and team isn't. And maybe they look into trading Aaron Judge off. Like, I don't know. Trevor, what are your thoughts on this trade that almost happened?
If that did happen, that would be. I think the Angels would be pretty good because you got Mike Trout, which is probably the best
Yeah,
player
I
in
know,
the league
right?
right now, and then you got
Rendon is on
Aaron.
the team.
Yeah, and then you got Rendon, and then now in addition, now you got Judge.
Yeah, and Otani too.
And yeah, Shohei Ohtani, which probably one of the best like pitcher batters in the league.
Yeah, he's the best two-way player in the league for sure.
Yeah, I think the Angels could be if they pull them in the offseason, I think they could be very
Yeah. Anyways, talking about players that could have been traded at the deadline, Trevor Story was one of those players that could very well be traded at the deadline. Jeff Bridich, the general manager of the Colorado Rockies, has resigned. And I mean, it was apparently a mutual parting of ways, which most of the time means that we were going to fire you, but we'll let you resign ahead of time in case you want to make it look better on you. But I think for him, like he already traded Arenado, right? And I think he knows he has to trade Story too, because the Rockies are going to be very bad. Well, they're not very bad, but they're going to be at the bottom of the National League West. They're going to be a team that's rebuilding, and Trevor Story is a free agent in the winter. So you don't want to lose him for nothing. He's an elite player in this league, and you don't want to lose an elite player for nothing. So Trevor Story would have he's gonna have to get traded this season if you're the Rockies, unless you think that you're gonna be able to re-sign him, which realistically I don't think you're gonna be able to, just because I'm sure he wants to go win somewhere else. But yeah, Trevor, what are your thoughts on Jeff Bridich resigning, possible Trevor Story trade?
good. Trevor Story's a great player, great name too. But
Whatever.
And he's a really good player with the Rockies, and yeah, they got rid of Arenado, right? Was that the wrong last name? Because there's a lot of
No, Arenado. Yeah, they
okay.
traded Arenado to the Cardinals.
They traded Arenado, and then I guess judging how they just did that, they might also have to get rid of Trevor Story. Which, if they're gonna do that, they hopefully could get something big. Now he's not having the greatest season right now, but I mean he has a good average. But that we could see a trade coming up.
No, yeah, it's just the fact that he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year, and you don't want to lose a guy like that for nothing, right? You're a rebuilding team. Yeah. You're a rebuilding team, and you want to cash in.
Let him finish the season.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get value for him though.
That is true.
Like if you let him finish the season, then you're just trading his negotiating rights, and that gets you you're lucky if that gets you like a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
So, I think that the Rockies are probably going to trade him around the deadline time. I don't know, like an interim general manager has to make that deal now. I don't actually know who that is. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't know who's in that spot right now. But it's going to be tough, and I hope for his sake that he's going to be able to get a good deal on it, because you're never the winner. The GM is never the winner when he's trading an elite player out of their town. The fans are never happy with that for the most part. Like Red Sox fans are not happy about the Mookie Betts trade when it went down. It looks a bit better now. Alex Verdugo looks like he's going to be a very good player. Jeter Downs is a top 50 prospect in the league. So that trade looks a bit better now, but when it happened, people were not happy. Mookie Betts is still, without a doubt, he's a top 3 player in the MLB, in my opinion. And it's hard to trade players like that. Trevor Story, obviously not that good, I don't think, but still a star player. And I think it's hard for general managers to trade players like that. So hopefully all goes well for him, for them when they're doing that, I guess. And Trevor, do you have any other thoughts on the
No, I just think if they don't want him to get the free agent, well, and he is a free agent by the end of the season, but I think you got to give him away. Maybe get something good from him, hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Trevor, I have a question for you. What are your thoughts on double headers that last 7 innings? Because that's how they do it now in the MLB, 7-inning double headers. What are your thoughts on if a player throws 7 no-hit innings in a 7-inning doubleheader game? It does not count as a no-hitter. What are your thoughts on that?
Does not. That's a no-hitter. What are you talking about?
So Madison Bumgarner this past week throws a 7-inning no-hitter, like in a 7-inning doubleheader game. So it does not count as a no-hitter. It counts as a complete game. It counts as a shutout or whatever, I guess, but it does not count as a no-hitter. If it were to go to extras and he were to pitch 9, then it would count as a no-hitter. So the unofficial no-hitter for Madison Bumgarner. But I see where they're going with that. You got to pitch 9 no-hit innings, I guess, to get the no-hitter. But they do put them in slightly an unfair situation where you got to you have a phenomenal performance, but you only happen to play 7 innings in that game. So kind of sucks for him, but
you pitched that many innings with no hits.
Yeah.
And then that game's cut off short.
Yeah.
I think it should count as a no-hitter because I just find it stupid that it's not.
Yeah, it would suck to be in that situation, but I see where they're I see where they're at, where you it's not fair to all the other no-hitters, right? And most of the time no-hitters will get broken up in the 8th and 9th inning, so I see where they're at. Also interesting to note, Madison Bumgarner has 2 Silver Sluggers. I totally forgot that they give out a Silver Slugger award for pitchers in the National League.
They did?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, so Madison Bumgarner has 2 Silver Sluggers. So that's a interesting stat for you. Another thing here. Trevor, have you been watching any of the Dodgers versus the Padres?
No.
Oh, well, Fernando Tatis Jr. and Trevor Bauer, they're brewing up a rivalry here. The Dodgers and Padres, they're fighting for that top spot in the NL West. And Tatis and Bauer, they're brewing up a rivalry. Obviously, Trevor Bauer from spring training pitches against the Padres with one eye closed. Then Tatis decides to I think he homers twice off him in the same game. So with the first one, he starts mocking him. He's like walking around the bases like this. So Tatis and Bauer going back at it. Trevor Bauer is accusing Fernando Tatis Jr. of stealing signs. So it's hectic for sure. It's chaos, I would say. out there. That rivalry is phenomenal. It's like playoff baseball in April. Trevor, what are your thoughts on sort of the budding Bauer-Tatis rivalry?
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
For well, your Stanley. I just said I almost said Stanley Cup.
World Series champs,
World
San
Series
Diego
champ,
Padres.
San Diego. That when anyways, first of all, LA, like those are two teams that definitely will go at it. And
Yep.
I think those two players, like literally, like probably the two best players on each of those teams. I think this would be a nice rivalry for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think I know how we should resolve that bet if neither team wins.
Okay.
Nor the Mets or the Padres win. The team that goes the furthest.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
If team that goes the furthest.
So if the Padres go further than the Mets, then you only pay me $10 instead of 20. You see what I'm saying here?
I believe 5 because.
What? 5? Because you're broke?
I didn't say how much money I got, but I ain't broke.
Okay.
You know what? One quick thing off topic.
Can you talk a little louder? I cannot hear what you're saying.
I might have our basketball today, so I'm gonna have to pay.
You what? What?
I might have caught basketball.
Oh, I see.
Or our basketball.
I
don't know if anyone heard of basketball pop, but it sounds like a gunshot. It's loud.
Bro, you gotta know.
And like I just
filled
it too, man.
You gotta know.
And like to let you know, if a basketball's about to pop, it like creates a lump in the side.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened. Here, hold on.
You know that it has too much air in it when it becomes disformed. Anyways, now that Trevor's gone, oh gosh, 3-run home run, 3-run home run for the Nats, 6-0 Washington over the Blue Jays. This is not what we like to see at all. Disappointing. While Trevor's gone, Dansby Swanson of the Atlanta Braves, shortstop, he burned sage around the stadium to try to break the Braves slump they were in. They had a doubleheader against the Diamondbacks, only had one hit, obviously. Madison Bumgarner unofficially no hits them in the one game. So they bounced back to beat the Cubs 8-7. So I guess that works. Dansby Swanson's got something going with the burning of the sage. Trevor's confused now because he's just returned. And I was talking about Dansby Swanson burning sage, and he does not understand. But
I don't know.
What were you doing? What's up now?
I was gonna go show the basketball. Looks like now.
Did he throw it out?
No, my mom did, so I'm not gonna.
Oh.
I'm not pulling out the trash can.
Yeah. So when it comes to Fernando Tatis Jr. and Trevor Bauer, I naturally side with Fernando Tatis Jr. No offense, Trevor Bauer. Nothing against Trevor Bauer whatsoever. But I just naturally, I don't know why, just side with Fernando because he's going to be on our podcast. I've decided. Fernando, you want to come on?
That?
Kidding. I haven't decided. But Fernando, open invitation. Come explain your side of the story. We'll get Trevor on too. Maybe we'll have a thing going. You guys will.
That's gonna be terrible.
No, they're not gonna be on at the same time. We'll have one for one episode, one the next episode. What?
Oh, okay. I said that would not go together.
Yeah, no. I think it'd be fine. I mean, they kind of just come out, explain their side of the story. We kind of like having a nice interview with them. It'd be good. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the Padres to win solely based on the fact I got this bet riding here. That I am going to make some nice money off. So it's not a whole lot. It's only $20. Me and Jared are making the bet, but I mean, $10 if the Padres make it further than the Mets.
$5. Come on, that's like.
Come on, 5? What are you talking about, buddy?
Yeah, 5. I'm broke.
No, okay. Here. Here's how we'll do it. We'll construct this very nicely. So 20, the loser pays out 20 if the other team wins the World Series.
Yep.
So say the Mets make the playoffs and the Padres miss the playoffs for some reason, I pay you 10. But if they both make the playoffs and the Mets go further, I pay you 5. Fair enough? So if the Mets miss the playoffs and the Padres make it, then you pay me 10. If they both make it and the Padres go further, then you only pay 5. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Trevor's the biggest Francisco Lindor fan and Jacob deGrom fan you will ever see now. He's gonna come in next pod with his Mets jersey, his Lindor jersey, he's gonna be wearing it,
He's gonna be wearing it.
He's gonna be wearing it because that's what you do.
Yeah. Hey, they're in a playoff spot right now, so.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways.
And then San Diego's out.
Yeah, so the Toronto Blue Jays, they're a baseball team. And me and Trevor both like them purely based on the fact we're from Canada and this kind of how we've been raised. But yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., we already talked about him. But he's just really good at baseball. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying here? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is just good at baseball. And Steven Matz. Not the best start for him right now. You got to lose some eventually. But
6-0.
It's okay. It's okay. Springer's back. He's going to win us some games. So we left off last week after the Royals series. So that means we saw them play the Red Sox twice, the Rays 3 times, and then the Nationals once. So the
Are we in our Blue Jays talk now?
What?
Are we in our Blue Jays talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you have anything else you want to talk about on anything else?
Oh, no, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so the Toronto Blue Jays go 4-2 since our last episode. So I think that's probably the first time they won. The first time since the first week that they've been over 500 in a week, I think. So, I mean, we love to see that. They get a win against the Red Sox, 2 against the Rays, 1 against the Nationals. The one right now, it's not looking too great, but hopefully if we can reel it back in, we did that last game, Vladdy, with 7 RBIs. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but the Jays they looked improved. They've looked improved for sure. They're second in the American League East.
Hey, they're 500, which is a good thing.
They're 500. They're tied with the Rays technically for second in the American League East, behind the Red Sox. I like where this baseball club is heading. You know what I mean? I mean, we're not in a wild card spot yet. Kevin Biggio with a nice grab at the wall. Anyways. We're looking good, I think. I like where the team's headed. We got Springer back. I think he's going to be a big piece. Trevor, what are your thoughts on the Blue Jays week?
They've been playing some good baseball compared to last week.
Yep.
I guess last week was the week before that. They've been playing some good baseball. They're below 500, now they're above, which is great. Yeah, Tampa Bay's out of them. They played 2 more games than them, which they got to win this next game. Anyways, they're above the Yankees. That's all that matters. Keep going, Jays. No, I think they're doing great, and Vladdy's just good at baseball. So.
Yeah. So we got just a forecast kind of forecast for next week for the schedule. So we're telling you right now, this is what we're committing to. For Dangles and Dingers, we're going to have an episode out on the Wednesdays, okay? Wednesdays is going to be the day the episode's going to come out. So we're recording this on a Wednesday. So watch this episode. It's probably going to come out at like 11:30 tonight on Wednesday. So surprise, surprise. So me and Trevor, We're gonna get the
Unless
episode.
you're from across the world, but like
Episodes out on Wednesday, and then YouTube, the YouTube video of the podcast will come out on a Thursday. Or no, we'll make it on Friday. You know, kind of space things out a bit. So expect that when me and Trevor are allowed to be in the same room, we might start doing some live streams. You know, hopefully we'll see some Blue Jays playoff baseball, some live streams. And then, as we said, we may be moving to 2 episodes a week for the playoffs, for NHL playoffs, and then again for MLB playoffs. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, I don't know why I went into that in the middle of our Jays review. Trevor, who is your MVP of the week?
I'm gonna go deep. I think you might just Vladdy. Vladdy is just crazy. Did you choose the same person? Because I'm about to go deep into him. Huh?
Nothing. It's okay. Okay.
I was saying, did you choose that? Did you choose Vladdy? Because I'm
I did, obviously.
and information right now.
Vladimir Guerrero.
Okay. So, Vladdy, 5th for batting average in the league. 5th.
Yeah.
And then
he's top 3 in home. Well, yeah, he's
home runs. He's tied 2nd.
He's tied for 3rd, technically.
Technically tied for 3rd.
Technically tied for 3rd, but like he's 1 home run behind the leader. So the leaders, I think it's Ron Acuna Jr. and someone else. I don't remember who the other person is.
He's tied for 4th in RBIs.
There you go.
He doesn't have any stolen bases, but that's okay. He's 5th in slugging and 5th in on base percentage. This guy is crazy.
Vladdy Jesus Jr.
And
for MVP.
The people above him are great players. That's why he's sorry. On base percentage, he's 2nd.
Ooh.
Sorry, I was looking at Ronald Acuna Jr.
Trevor's a big Ronald Acuna Jr. fan. He kind of gets.
1 second. Keep talking about Vladdy.
Oh man, yeah. So I think me and Trevor hopping on the Vladdy for MVP train, for sure. I mean, oh, there we go. Trevor's got some light in his room now, so that's gonna be nice. We can actually probably see his face. No COVID here, just casual cough. But yeah, the Vladdy for MVP. That's where we're at right now. I don't know, like the listeners too. I mean, if you're Jays fans, you obviously know that we've been expecting this for years, and he's getting it going now. And Vladdy for MVP is where we're at.
So while I said Ron, I was looking for my
bobblehead. Not find your bobblehead, could you?
Dude, I don't know where it is. I gotta look for it tonight.
That's all right. Find it next time.
Steph was still behind me.
I'll have to check it out next time.
But
anything else you want to talk about the Jays?
No, I got nothing.
Oh, also Ryu is on the IL, so not good for us to.
How long will he be out? You know?
Not what? Oh, I don't know. I just saw that he was going on the IL. I can look at it right now, but not good for the Jays. We don't need to lose starting pitchers. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
10-day IL, so he'll be out for at least 10 days.
All right.
Even though yesterday they said he won't miss a start. So.
Okay. Well, slow down, Jays.
Yeah, and one more thing. Go check out MLB Full Count podcast with Colin Ward, Reese Dumaney, and Brandon Caputo on the Armchair GM Sports Network. Colin Ward was talking about how Nate Pearson, when he comes in, he can be kind of like an opener for the Jays. How he could pitch 2 or 3 innings at the start. You know, you want to get him in those starting situations, but you don't really want to play him those starting innings. So you could get him in as an opener, and he could play 2 or 3 at the beginning, and you could pull him out after that. I think it's a great idea to get Pearson kind of going in the rotation. Like, you need him to be a starting pitcher. That's what this team needs. He's a top 10 prospect in the league. So you need him to be a very impactful player for this team.
And a quick happy birthday to Colin Ward. That was
Oh, yeah.
He was our first guest, our first actual guest on our podcast. No offense to Matthew, but
man. We got to get another one on. It's been a long time. It's been, what are we at now?
I gotta start DMing some people, dude. On
Bro, yeah, we're gonna
Instagram.
maybe we'll talk after. We'll see. But we're on like a 16 epi drought right now. So
yeah,
gotta get some. We'll get some people in. We'll try to see what's happening here. And maybe after this U18 tournament, there's guys that are kind of closer to our age. We can talk to a few of them. Like we said, maybe we'll talk to Fernando Tatis Jr. Who knows? We'll see what's happening.
Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Bauer, exactly. Anyways, that leaves us with one segment to go. The Weather Network heavily defeated of the week. Trevor, who is your Weather Network heavily defeated team of the week?
I did not get one. Ooh. I mean, I could say the Jays right now losing 6-0, but and I'm kind of mad about that. But I got no one. I didn't really see any, I guess, heavily defeated, you could say.
Well, I'm just gonna keep it kind of basic. Angels fans are the heavily defeated of the week because they did not get Aaron Judge. So that's kind of where it's at. That's also Team Sweden. Shout out to Team Sweden. They're also probably heavily defeated.
If we started our this heavily defeated segment when the World Juniors won in December, I think Germany would be our heavily defeated team for that week because flashback, they lost 18-1.
So my heavily defeated is Angels fans and Team Sweden, the U18s. Team Sweden though, I think that's a one-off. There's no way they don't come back.
That's
there's no way
game.
They don't come back and dominate. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Trevor, do you have anything else you want to talk about before we end the show?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, we would like to thank you all for listening. You can find us on all your favorite podcast platforms. Obviously, you probably did if you're listening to this. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, @Dangles and Dingers. We'll follow us all there. And thank you for listening. And we will see you next week.